This is a short information guide to the research project that the Community Research Initiative, or CRIS, is part of. Please also refer to the participant information sheet as a supporting document. The project we are part of is called Increasing and Evaluating Student Knowledge Exchange Activities, or ICICL for short, and we will run from now until June 2022. If you have any further queries or questions after you have watched this film, please email me. If you feel your query has not been handled satisfactorily, you can contact the Chair of the Institute of Education's Research Ethics Committee. ICICL is led by Professor Andy Green at the Institute of Education, thanks to funding from the Office for Students and Research England. My name is Anne Leyburn and I manage CRIS in the Students' Union in the Volunteering Service. For ICICL, I am leading the part of the project about master's students and voluntary sector organisation collaboration. There are many ways to get involved with external organisations, through partnerships with businesses or the voluntary sector, or through internships. These are all examples of something called knowledge exchange and can be an important way to gain workplace knowledge and skills and can offer important career opportunities. CRIS is a knowledge exchange activity. The ICICL project wants to look at what is effective about these activities in terms of economic and social benefits to individual students and to external partners and communities. The research also investigates the barriers and opportunities to these activities, what benefits do different types of student knowledge exchange in different settings offer, and what are the most effective ways to organise these activities so that students, staff and partner organisations learn from them. You are being asked to take part in ICICL because you've signed up with CRIS at UCL. As we do every year, we will ask you for feedback and evaluation to try to understand your experience working with us during the year. This information is used to improve our service. This year, we want to be able to include your information for research purposes and do things a little differently, and so we must ask your permission and make sure you understand everything about the project. You will be asked to complete an online survey at the start and the end of the year so we can understand your background and assess the skills and expertise gained over the year. You will be asked to take part in group reflection exercises to see what worked well and what could be improved. There will also be observations of the activities and events that we deliver during CRIS to understand what happens in practice, and you may be selected for interviews that will last no longer than 1 hour. These can be done online or face-to-face if possible, and wherever you choose. Everything you do with us will be kept anonymous. If direct quotations are used in reporting, these will be anonymised. If you want to provide details of a project as a case study, I can arrange to give appropriate credit in a way that will not identify you. We do not think so because this research does not deal with issues of a sensitive nature and your responses will be anonymous. If you have any concerns, please speak to the CRIS manager in the first instance. You are entitled to stop at any point during the ICICL evaluation and up to 4 weeks after the end of it. If you choose to stop, any data you have contributed will not be used. You can take part in CRIS even if you don't agree to your information being used for the ICICL research or the additional tasks for this project. The data provided by everyone who gives permission will be analysed using quantitative and qualitative techniques. Results will be reported in publications like scientific journals or other reports and be used to inform future knowledge exchange at UCL and also the wider university sector. The main reporting publication will be shared with you when it's finished. Anonymised aggregate data will also be passed to the research consultancy firm SQW, who have been engaged by the Office for Students to do an evaluation of all the funded projects. Data will be stored securely on UCL's and SQW's servers and will not be shared outside of the research consortium. The decision you are being asked to make is whether your information is included in the research study ICICL and if you agree to the additional information gathering methods as I've outlined. It is entirely up to you whether you choose to be included in the ICICL research. If you would rather not take part, you will still be able to be part of CRIS and receive the same service, but your data will not be included in any publications, only the routine service evaluation. The controller for this project will be UCL. The Data Protection Officer provides oversight of UCL activities that involve the processing of personal data and can be contacted directly. This local privacy notice sets out the information that applies to this particular study. Further details on how UCL uses participant information can be found in our general privacy notice. We are required to provide this information to participants under data protection legislation, and it is provided across both the local and general privacy notices. The lawful basis that will be used to process your personal data are public task for personal data and research purposes for special category data. Your personal data will be processed so long as it is required for the research project. If we are able to anonymise or pseudo-anonymise the personal data you provide, we will do this and aim to minimise processing wherever possible. If you are concerned about how your personal data are being processed, or if you would like to contact us about your rights, please contact UCL in the first instance. Thank you so much for watching this ethics information film. If you would like to take part in Icicle, please do go to the permissions pages where you can give your consent for this. If you have any further questions that you would like answered before you make your decision, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for thinking about taking part in the Icicle study.